Is a step. Federal government shouldn't have taken ASUU to strike. They should have dialogue with ASUU. They've been dialoguing with criminals, bandits, Boko Haram. So why shouldn't they dialogue with ASUU so we have our free education? I've been schooling for years. I need to serve. I'm very angry. I need to serve. You just look around this place, you see people that are very educated and they are still on strike. Why should we be on strike? We should give educational budget. We should give every education aspect what they want. They should budget with ASUU and not taking ASUU to strike. ASUU have the right to sue government to court and not federal government suing ASUU to court.
Well, for me, I think that's not what they are supposed to do. They are supposed to like come together with ASUU and listen to what ASUU wants, because personally I finished from a federal school, not a private school, and a course of 4 years took me 6 years when I'm not studying medicine or law to finish school, to now go for service. And it's really affecting these guys in the federal universities or state universities, because there are some equipment that we don't even have in the university, and these are part of the things ASUU is talking about, because ASUU is not just talking about payments alone. They are talking about infrastructure. They are also talking about equipment for our universities, but these guys have refused to listen to them. They are only thinking that, oh, it's only money these guys are talking about, and that's not the only thing ASUU is talking about. For me, how many times will ASUU be compromising? ASUU have been compromising right from 1999 when Obasanjo came into power. They've always been compromising. I think for me, it is the right time for them not to compromise anymore and make sure that this government actually deliver education system of our country. I think ASUU should just obey the court order and go back to school, because of people that needs to go back to school. The education system of our country has been very down. So for me, I'm pleading with ASUU right now that they should please go back to school. And even when they go back to school, they should still keep on the fight. They can still be going to court and they'll still be going to school. Students will be going to school. Some people will still be going to court to do the things they are supposed to do. Than for people, for instance, so many people are going to turn 30 this year. So many people will turn 30 next year. At the end of the day, they will not go for service. Look at me, I almost did not make service. You know, I'm 27 now, but at Dibin I was still in school. Maybe I would have spent extra 2 years. Definitely I wouldn't have gone for service. So they can go to court. I'm not asking them to compromise. They should go to court of appeal. Even though government have said, okay, court have said go back to school, there is a process they can go through. These lawyers too, some of them went through Nigerian process. They went through Nigerian schools. They came back, wherever, even though you're schooling abroad, you still come back to law school in Nigeria. So they understand the system of the country, that our education system is going down totally.
So should not obey the court order. That's number one. Number two, we have never gotten a foolish activity of government existence like now. Are you understanding? When you want these schools, these public schools to function, let all political office holders and career civil servants, children, should go back to what? Public schools. In fact, if that happened, all this mess up will stop. But as long as there are private schools, and even there are private universities, and there are people sending their children overseas who are governing us, you will never get any result. Because there are certain times people use law to make a caricature of an existence. So that type of directive, the federal government may go behind to give bribe to the court judges. Are you understanding? To take that decision so that people, because election is coming, so that people will look them with some credibility, while the federal government don't have one atom of credibility.
I mean, I'm expecting them to fight back, because it is their right they are fighting for. And I don't think they should deny anybody's right. They have right to fight for what is belong to them. I can't see, when I think sometimes, I'm really disturbed. How can Nigeria cannot take care of the ASUU when there is and they keep on borrowing money? Money is available. Why not say to these people and let this say? It's because most of these big men, they have their students, their children abroad. That's why they are not concerned about this ASUU of the thing. How can you allowed a student to stay at home for 7 good months and you don't have any solution for it, and we said we have government. My brother, I see no reason why they should not come out and say, no, we are not going until they answer our call. My brother, I don't believe it's true. Because if they meet what you ask for, I don't believe they will refuse of going back to the. What is the? Is it not what they are fighting for that they are expecting the government to give them? So I see no reason why they will not go back. They have not met their demand. That is why they are still feel reluctant of doing what they're supposed to do.
So you believe ASUU should fight back?
My brother, they should not even. I can't advise them to go back immediately. They should make sure they get what. If not, they will use this avenue to delay what they are expecting from them, from government more. So I'm not expecting them to go back immediately. They should make sure they put everything in undertaking, make sure they sign and they agree to give them, or even they should even release it before they even go back to the class.
You see, I will tell you that it is not a right step in the right direction, because issue of ASUU and the federal government has been on ground for a very long time. I think Nigerians should take the education of Nigerians to be very, very serious. What ASUU is demanding, ASUU is not demanding for their own, they are demanding for the children for a better tomorrow. Now, poor funding of education will paralyze education in Nigeria. So it is good that it is done amicably and the federal government listen to them carefully and see how to resolve the issue and how to fund our education so that we can be on a safer and a high side in academic performance in Nigeria. So if ASUU now decide to fight back, to me I will tell ASUU to fight back, because this issue should be resolved once and for all. You ask them to go back to class, tomorrow the same issue come again. Why not resolve the issue once and for all? To me, ASUU should go back to the court and fight back. You know, sometimes if they appeal the case, with a specific time they need to appeal the case, for them not resuming the class, I think it's not an offense because they appeal the case that we do not agree with them. So, to me, ASUU should appeal the case. Why they keep fighting? Because if the federal government felt they have the power of the court will be on their side, and that's why they actually went to the court, for the court to be on their side. They also should also use their own legal right to fight back. All we are saying that Nigerian education should be good.
Court ordered ASUU to go back to strike and to go back to classroom. That was not a new thing. Who holds the court? Is it not government? And what do you expect? I have to say they are going back to Court of Appeal to appeal. Is that what are we talking about? Or doing the needful thing for the nations, for the children, for the masses? So whether you took to court and court ordered to go to the court cannot force ASUU. What the basis, what the challenges, what are the requirements? Are they balance the agreement with the federal government? They should go back to 2019. What the federal government signed with ASUU, are they fulfilling it? So, to me, I'm not expecting any new thing from the court order. This one just like, okay, I ask you, sit down. So it doesn't make any changes. Let the federal government do the needful something immediately, rather than wasting the children's time. No, ASUU is not disobey the court order at all. When you give the judgment, you have opportunity to go and appeal. Wait your hand to go and appeal. So let's wait for the amendment of appeal court. You wait for the outcome of the appeal court before you can say whether they should obey or they should not. ASUU did not obey, and ASUU did not disobey. They obey by what? Let's go to appeal and challenge the judgment you gave to me, which is still honorable in court.
If the federal government is saying that the present situation cannot meet the demand of ASUU, I will say it is lie. Nigeria is not broke. Nigeria has money. Nigeria has money. To the extent that you see one person embezzle 90 billion, and you tell me Nigeria does not have money, what are we doing with our money? Where's the money going to?
They are just lying and they want to fool Nigerians. Let me tell you one thing. If Nigeria want to be good, let Nigeria teach secret service in secondary school and higher institutions. Secret what? Service. Because in secret service, before you see somebody, you know, before he talks, before a president talks, you know where that is going to. But this one that you have people having degree, masters, PhD, they don't even, when they speak, you see them speaking foolishly. Are you understanding? The federal government are just deceiving us. Let the federal government give, that money is nothing, it's a chicken change. People have been stealing that money. Are you understand? And let me tell you, if you want a budget of 20 trillion in Nigeria, 12 organizations can give you that, excluding, repeating to you, excluding oil and liquefied natural gas. That is, oil and liquefied natural gas will fit for industrialization. Are you getting it? I can name them for you, if you, but there is no time.
What I will say in this regard is that both ASUU and the federal government are totally wrong. Do you understand? The strike has reached up to 8 months or 7 months now. I think from February till now. It's long now. ASUU, they are not helping matters. Why the federal government are not helping matters? 2 of them are wrong, and 2 wrongs cannot make a right. Do you understand? At least you call up, your strike is not supposed to last more than 1 month or 2 months for our children to go to school. Do you understand? Because I think education is a continuous process. Do you understand? For you to keep the children at home, demanding for this money, demanding for that money, demanding for that money, sometimes federal government cannot be able to pay that type of money because there's a lot of things in this country, and the generated funds are being diversified to many wrong places. Do you understand? So also the lecturers, they need money. Then if they pay them some part of it, federal government then they call up the strike and continue to demand. On going to court, I think it's not too bad for the government to go to court and tell them to resume. You can notice that some universities in Nigeria has pulled us out of ASUU, including Imo State University, I think Kaduna State, I think some Lagos and others, they are pulled out of ASUU. So even if you leave them now without going to court, in the next 2 or 3 months, many other universities will pull out. Do you understand? And their mission will be...
Yes, there can be solution. If the federal government march to the right direction, there can be solution. There is no problem that is without solution. There is solution.